Good evening. It's Friday. Welcome. So glad, you know, to finally be here and show 3 of 3, which is the spin cycle. And I'm going to be doing this every Friday. Basically, it is a nice time for us to chill and just do kind of, whatever we feel like. It's a time where I'm going to cover a lot of potentially like non-Sonic topics, as well as go over a couple one-off games, and just time for us to chill, to vibe, have a pretty awesome time. So I want to say I am so glad that it is Friday. I have freaking been. It's been a crazy week. I'll say that. In the not only the gaming realm, but IRL. Everyone knows work is work, but man, we have had some crazy times here in Seattle. It's been sunny in the evening, right at the time when I'm working in my last meeting, and then cloudy during the rest of the day. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But no. I'd say even crazier is just all the news that's been going on in the gaming sphere. And I'm kind of happy, but kind of sad about the whole Microsoft buyout thing. I'm sure if you haven't heard, Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. But what I'm most disappointed about is I'm mad also that they didn't make it a nice $69 billion buyout. That would have been just so nice. But no, I'm glad to see that they're going to be taking more time to put into franchises. Hopefully we'll have to hold them to it. That they're taking time to give development to franchises like Spyro and Crash, which are two I really care about. Because I was like, oh man, if Xbox is buying these, I'm hoping that they just don't kind of sit in limbo like Banjo-Kazooie did forever. But yeah, I'm all here for it. I'm hoping that it definitely clears out a lot of the muck that's been going on over there with that company. So hoping it does that, and hoping we finally get a Spyro 4. I mean, we got Crash 4, but where's my actual true Spyro 4? Because all the other ones that came after the original PlayStation trilogy, we're not hitting it, fam. Just not hitting it. Oh man, but yeah. In today's show, I got a couple things for you. Like I said, just kind of vibing out, chilling. If you're with me live this evening, thank you for joining. If you're listening to this back after I've kind of been live, hopefully this is something to vibe out to in the evening with your coffee, or just one of those chill days if you're in the north and you're watching it snow for the 100th time this season. But no, I'm gonna be talking about just some of my best and worst of 2021, since that just happened. And we're still in January. I want to get it in, dang it, because I got some games to talk about that I played through, and I figured rather than doing a release of what came out, I want to talk about all these games behind me that I finally kind of took into my backlog with this being out, and actually dive in and tell you kind of my best and worst experiences from some of those that I got to try out in 2021. We'll also be talking about 2022, the year of open games, apparently, open world games. So that's something, and then all of that's going to culminate into what? Couple special section where we're going to be playing some Geoguessr. So that'll be fun, and I'll definitely show you how I can make it fun. Hey Kez, nice to see you here. Thanks for joining. Oh man, Spyro on Xbox feels weird. Dude, it does. Ever since the Reignited trilogy, where things have gone multi-platform, I've felt so weird playing some of my favorite childhood franchises, especially those that were on PlayStation, on like a Nintendo Switch. It just feels weird. I don't know if this will feel as weird as, say, playing Sega Genesis games on Nintendo Switch online with a Nintendo branded Sega Genesis controller. That's the one that kind of broke me this year. Well, almost. The only thing that made that announcement softer was what I was talking about in yesterday's stream, which was freaking Chris Pratt as Mario. Like, I don't know. We got a lot of weird stuff going on in gaming, but I'm just hoping, this either gives Sony a chance to create a bunch of new IPs to do more with, and bring some things to PC, or Xbox gives dev time to a lot of these franchises that have been sitting dormant on Activision's kind of IP list. So I'm hoping that they'll give time to that. But what's weird, though, out of all of that is to go and see how many just like straight up franchises, especially like arena battle games and FPSs that Xbox will now own. So maybe this means that instead of like yearly releases, we'll get every 2 years, because I can only handle so much Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty coming out every single year. Let me breathe, people. I barely even caught up on any of the new Assassin's Creed since they took that year off for the what was it, for the movie, I think. I think that's what it was. But ever since they came back and they started making them better, I haven't had a chance to. I definitely want to dive in and do those. But yeah, before we dive into the my best and worst of 2021, I'm curious if any of you all in chat had any like standout games that happened for you in 2021. Like, did you have a game that you just picked up and you were like, this is it, this is the game, this is the one I'll remember like the entire year. Yeah, I always find that funny because, I mean, with me, it's not always a new release. Sometimes it could be a game from 10 years ago that I finally picked up. I'll spoil one now that didn't make the list, but kind of came close, like an honorable mention, was Star Fox Adventures, surprisingly. I have been meaning to get my hands on this game for quite some time. I mean, gosh, ever since it was a GameCube release title. Like, I remember playing the demo over and over and over in like Walmart and Kmart, and gosh, am I dating myself by saying that, but no, I definitely remember playing it. But by the time I got into GameCube, it was just one of those games I could never find at GameStop to get used, and I had just had no interest because by that time I had Ratchet and Clank. But this year, I finally found it while going out and retro game hunting. And let me just tell you how insane it is for retro game hunting in the Western Washington area. So, like, Star Fox Adventures, and I had kind of said this last night, but to get it complete in box, like with the game disc, the game manual, everything, was anywhere from like $175 to $200. I was not going to pay that. So for quite a while, I wasn't really picking it up, but I managed to find it at one of these game stores in the Seattle area, and it didn't come with the manual, and that automatically made it come down to around $50-$60. So I just paid the basically the market rate for it. But it's just crazy to see like a manual makes all the difference in that whole pricing. But I guess it is a collector's item. But no, I finally got a chance to play it, and it's super nice. You can tell that it was a Rare title. Not Rare is hard to find, but Rare the studio title, just from the way it plays. it seems like a more perfected Donkey Kong 64, which I don't know if that's saying much, but it definitely plays a lot better. It's definitely different. I know a lot of people, when I was reading reviews, kind of gave it a lot of crap for, why is this a Star Fox game and it's not taking place mainly in space? For me, I enjoy that because, spoiler alert, anything that has to use a reticle and inverted controls, I'm not the best at. And I've been trying to get good for quite some time, and that nope, just not happening, fam. It's not. But no, I enjoyed it because it's more explorative, and it has a slower pace, so you kind of get to take in this world. And yeah, aside from the weird dinosaur language, it's good so far. I've still yet to beat it. I'm about a third of the way through so far. But I've enjoyed like what's there, and it's keeping me coming back. Which the original Star Foxes for me were hard, so I always gave up after about the second planet. But this is holding my interest, so we'll see. I may have to dive into the other Star Fox games, which unfortunately means Star Fox Zero one day, which I'm not looking forward to. Oh man. Oh, Inscription. Oh my god. That actually isn't. You know what? I'm gonna look that up. That's actually one I haven't. I've been hearing about, but haven't really like dove into like completely. Like it's been flying under my radar. I know it's a crazy like deck building game. Have a lot of visuals, and I'm wondering kind of how. I got something in my eye. I'm kind of wondering how it actually is, cause I'm actually not really good on like deck building games. I mean, I've played some that are like board games for game nights, but I've never really gotten into them, except for that one that was really big like a few years ago. But other than that, like I haven't had a chance to really get into them and like play them. Oh, Vern, hey, thanks for popping in. Oh man, it would be fun to watch me play. To play Star Fox 64, I mean not Star Fox 64, Star Fox Adventure. Yeah, no, if I could get the setup working, I could do it. Cause there is a way to play it by hooking a Wii or a GameCube up. And playing it that way. Otherwise, we got to go swimming with the dolphins in order to play it. But maybe I'll do a Star Fox marathon sometime down the line. Once I complete my Sonic marathon, so the summer's wide open right now. I do have a few ideas for some gaming marathons we can hop to next. That would be completely new experiences for me. What I'm really wanting to do is select like JRPGs, pick any of those and kind of go through the series titles. So I mean, you have like the Phantasy Star series, you have Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, all of those. So I would love to go through those. Persona, that one is probably gonna be low on the list. I'll tell you now because let me put it this way. I've had Persona 5. It was given to me as a gift by a good friend, and I've had it for about 4 years now, I believe. And I'm still only like 10-15 hours in. I'm very slow at these games, and a lot of what always like kind of hinders me is thinking my way through like the battles. Because Pokemon, this is not. And a lot of people love that, but the thing I hate is if you mess up, like, 3/4 of the way into the battle, it's like, god dang it, now you gotta start all the way from square one, and it just kind of makes the battles really long and drone on, but I can't do that, because by the time I finally figure the boss out, I'm like, I've been playing this same boss for 3 hours. And that's my whole night. Now I have to go do adult things, big boy things, and I just don't have enough time. And it's funny, we've been in a whole pandemic, had all more time to do things since we've had to stay at home a lot, and I've just been busy, going through other games. Like I said, I really got into a couple of systems in particular. Like I was given a Wii U at the end of 2020, so I've been going through and collecting for my Wii U and playing through a lot of that backlog because, spoiler alert, and yeah, I say that a lot, but the Wii U is actually super cheap to collect for. If you're getting into game collecting and everything and you like complete catalogs or something that's easy to start collecting, Wii U. The games range anywhere from 11 to like maybe $35 at the most. And because a lot of the games are redundant on Switch, that's made them even cheaper. But I'd recommend getting one because even on the Switch ports, like Super Mario 3D World, there's a few things that didn't port over that they do with the touchpad for the Wii U. So I would definitely recommend that if you're looking for something. But that's the system I got into. And then finally buying games for my Nintendo 3DS. The only thing I had on it for the longest time was Sun and Moon. The whole reason I got a 3DS was to play Sun and Moon. And let's be honest, because I liked all those Pokemon that were in it. So I bought it for them. I did it for them. And that was the only game I had for a long time. But then I started buying more games before the eShop on 3DS closed down, as well as in my area, I found a lot of cheap games for it that I was finally able to collect and play. So you'll see some of those on my list of, of best and worst. One definitely made the cut out of all I played, but yeah, no, 3DS has been an interesting experience. Trying to go back and collect the Pokemon games, I am kicking myself right now because I should have gotten them when they were actually out. I just got Omega Ruby for my 3DS, and I paid a pretty penny for that. I think I paid about $50 for that. And then I was like, okay, let me try to go collect Pokemon X and Y. Let me go do that. That can't be that expensive. The last time I saw the game was like $65 at like secondhand stores in retro game stores. And I'm not even going to touch Black and White and Black and White 2 with a 10-foot pole right now. It is absurd. The game online, I think, is in the hundreds right now. And I get it. It's a good game. It's the Pokemans. But but why do I have to pay so much? Just let me play the game. God dang it. I want to play the game the right way on original hardware. So jury's still out on that one. But we'll see. We'll see. But but yeah. That's kind of what I've been getting into in 2021, and kind of playing a lot of different games. But again, out of the I think I managed to tackle about 15 games this year. There were some that just were not good experiences, and I think it's time. I think it's time we address that. So let me bring it up and show you all. For those of you that are kind of listening afterwards, you'll just have to imagine it. But I'll give you a definite good a visual. Let's see. So, gosh, number 3. I'll start with my worst, and then move on to some of my best games of 2021. So, what were some of my worst? What's number 3? Oh, it's this one. It's this bad boy right here. This culprit right here. And most people wouldn't be shocked to put a Sonic game on their worst. I'm not shocked. I'll admit there are some absolute stinkers out there. Maybe I'm a gamer apologist for a lot of them, but this game right here in particular, the reason why it just absolutely was the worst experience is because it's a handheld game, which means it's for short play, And usually, one rule of thumb for Sonic handheld games is you have to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds in order to get the true ending. So that means in Sonic Lost World, they shoehorn those in there, even though they're not in the console version of the game, and you have to play the special stages. And that wouldn't be bad normally. I could deal with a sucky half pipe or some weird, destroying UFOs or anything like that. This game has you literally floating in space to collect orbs. And if you collect enough of them, of course, you get the Chaos Emerald. The only thing is it tries to make use of the Wii's 3DS, Nintendo 3DS's gyro controls, which means you're stuck going like this the entire time you're trying to play. And yes, they don't care if you're in public, you still have to do that. Oh man, yes, it's weird. It's weird and convoluted. So here you are trying to use the shoulder buttons to boost through space, and then you have to look down and up. And it'd be fine if it was just 180. No, you have to do that 360, so you have to turn all the way around if you want to see what's behind you. So yeah, no, you're spinning, looking every which way. I'm like, how is this handheld compatible? That really tampered a lot of my fun with the game, just because I didn't want to look absolutely silly in public or be standing around in my home spinning in like 15 circles just to get the Chaos Emerald. So on this one, I haven't gotten the true ending yet. I want to, but I guess when I'm on a whim to feel silly, that is when I'll play it. But I'm not taking this one because I still take my 3DS out a lot, especially when I'm on long like airplane rides and stuff. Just to have something else other to play than my Switch. But yeah, no, this game, no, it's staying on the shelf, and I'm only playing it when I'm at home. So that was number 3. But then, moving on, it's like, okay, if that's already where we're starting, what was like worse than that? Yet another Sonic game. As I was building out my Wii U collection, I had to get it. Because like let's be real. You're gonna complete a Wii U game set, you have to get it. And if you're a Sonic fan, you don't have to. I'm not telling every Sonic fan they have to get all the crappy games, but I just felt a need. I was like, I have to play it. It's so bad, right? Like, I have to play it and see like how bad this is, even with my rose-colored like lenses on, and see admittedly like how bad it is. And yeah, no, I spoke about this yesterday when we were talking about Sonic Anniversaries. This is a game that came out around that time to like kick off the show and everything, and had this whole hype around it. I mean, they created a whole different sector of Sonic. Like, if you look behind me, I have the picture from that year that the artist did to kind of show off, like back there, the 3 different types of Sonic that they were going to try to have exist, right? So they were going full in with this thing. The game had so much cut content, and that's something I'll probably do one of these Fridays when we're just chilling out. Is actually have the PDF for a lot of the artwork and concept art for the game, and about 90% of that never made it into the game. And we're talking fully rendered maps, fully rendered character models that were like HD console ready, because this was originally going to be for heavyweight PCs and next gen consoles, and they shoehorned it at the last minute onto Wii U. So yeah, that's why I had a bunch of problems. There's plenty of like videos you can go and watch and just kind of laugh at how Sega shot their own selves in the foot. And what's funny is one of the main people in this game actually worked on a game from the 90s called Sonic Extreme, which is like this legendary title that got canceled after all these harsh deadlines and trying to make things work. Yeah, so it was a repeat of that. But I went into this game thinking, okay, it'll be a fun time like the Sonic game on PlayStation 3 that everyone talks about, PlayStation 3 and 360, that everyone talks about is bad. I thought it was going to be like that. I thought I was going to have a frustrating time, but a frustratingly good time. And it's neither one of those. It's plain boring. It's just plain boring, and I think that's the worst thing that a game could be. That's the worst thing a game could be. Is just completely like boring, forgettable, and that's what it is. Like you go through hub worlds devoid of life, nothing there except for like a few NPCs that you do talk to. You have these big open maps, and your speed is capped, so you can't like actually run. You just kind of jog, and the characters never shut up. It's endless. Like they're always blurting something or repeating a line every 2 seconds, I want to say. So you just have to deal with all of this. And the sad part about all this is that the cutscenes, as far as for Sonic, are some of the most fluidly animated. As far as like 3D cutscenes, where everyone has like that sort of squash and stretch appeal that you see in a lot of American cartoons. They have that, but it's wasted on this title. So, no. That's why it was bad. It was bad because I actually expected it to be kind of like, The Room. Like, go in laughing, and all I got was just boring. So, no. Pass. Don't play it. Don't even play it for laughs. Just go watch, like, someone else play it. But it won't be me. I don't consider this the mainline Sonic title, so it's definitely not a title I'll be adding into my list. And the only reason I invested in Boom, you know why? Because it was $6. It was $6. Like, it cost me nothing to get it at this point because the Wii U's done. The game scored low, sold low. They got copies of it sitting around. I got a brand new copy. I think with shipping, it cost me $11 all in. So no, I didn't waste any money. The only reason is it looks nice to say I've fleshed out my collection, but that's it. But yeah, no, Vern. Yeah, you're saying like 6 is too much. Did you ever get a chance to play it? Yo, $6 is not a lot of money when it comes to games. $6 is dirt cheap, especially when you're up here hunting. Bamani, thank you for joining, by the way. But yeah, no, if you're just coming in, I'm going over 2021 and recap, counting down my worst and best games from the year. So number 3 was Sonic Lost World on the 3DS, and this is number 2. Yeah, $6. I consider that a lot if I was going to McDonald's. For games, I'll pay it. And like I said, I'm glad I own it because you know what? Weirdly, this is probably going to be one of those weird bad collector's games. I mean, this is a game that's down there with like E.T. And everything, and I'm very surprised. I think if this game had been not related to the cartoon and had been like a mainline Sonic game, this would have like killed the franchise. Like, I don't think it could have taken another Sonic 06 hit, but because it was on a forgotten console and part of a forgotten era, like I think luckily the Sonic like franchise, or like Sonic as a whole, like avoided a huge blow. But yeah, no, I think that's something I'm going to show off sometime, since I have the concept art book. It's a 500-page concept art book, so I don't know if that's something you guys would love to see. Let me know. Like, shout out, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. I'd love to just chill and like talk through that, because there's definitely a lot of interesting facts in there that I've learned just from looking to it. And it's kind of a good eye to see like kind of how the game development process works and kind of what could have been. Since it's so well documented, we just don't get that a lot with like failures and stinkers of a game. It's rare that we get to see such well documentation, out there for the public. Yeah. So, yeah, it's super interesting. But yeah, no, Bomani, and Vern, like earlier in the chat, I was asking kind of, what were some stinkers or like absolute bangers that you got to experience this year that may or may not have been like a new release. That's definitely what I was just kind of seeing. So yeah, no, toss them up at me. I'd love to hear what you guys have been playing out there. But yeah, no, that was my number two. As far as like worst games, while you all are, thinking about that, and thinking about games, and yeah, no, it doesn't have to be a Sonic game. It has to be any. It can be any game. You don't always have to be focused on Sonic all the time, Bird. We could talk about like any game out there. Um, Mamani, he did do an episode of Sonic on Sonic Boom. It was actually one of his first episodes when he started the series. He's covered Sonic 06, Sonic Boom, and recently Sonic Forces. And there's an even more in-depth video that goes into like everything from cover to cover of like early concept all the way through the fallout of what happened to Big Red Button Studios. There's a whole like documentary that someone did on YouTube. They don't even have a lot of views, so I'm like, I gotta find it. I'll definitely put it out there. Go give them some love because it was very well done. It's about an hour and a half, but it goes into even more than what happened ever could have. And it actually goes into like source content and actual documented content, so it's not just one person's perspective on the whole thing. So definitely, Vern, that's something I'll definitely have to find for you. Let me see if I can find it for you all. I'll take a look at that. But Tales of Luminaria. Oh man, the Tales series. Symphonia and Vesperia were the two I got to try, and I really enjoyed them. They're hard though. Like they are what I think of when I think of like JRPGs. Absolutely, like 100%. Those are like top tier, just like super hard games to get through, but rewarding and fun. And kind of while we're on the subject of JRPGs, I haven't picked it up this year, but last year I got to try. What was it? Bravely Default. Yeah, Bravely Default was one I got to try out, and it was super interesting. Not my cup of tea really, but I definitely could appreciate like all of the work that like went into it. So, and actually, funny, I just found that documentary I was talking about Sonic Boom. It's actually only about an hour. So here, let me see if I can give it to you guys in the chat here. I will link it for you all. Yeah, no. If you ever have time, go and check that out. They did a retrospective on the 5th anniversary of it, and dove into a lot about the development of the game. And more so from just Sonic, if you have any like curiosity just about the gaming industry, and just kind of what goes on, just like a small peep, just as to what game developers deal with to do their craft and to get something on a store shelf, definitely gives you appreciation on that. Because usually, as consumers, we only get one side, or we get that filter through our favorite like gaming outlets. So, yeah, definitely give it a look if you have an hour. Preferably, after this, I'd rather you chill with me first, and then go in and look at that. But yeah, so unfortunately, I didn't plan it that way for these Sonic games to be on my worst of list for this year. It just kind of happened because these were two I was always curious about, and I kind of went into them expecting to find something to like, and I couldn't really find a lot. But yeah, that's like what is number one? If these two are in my top three already, well, number one would have to go to, and I have to say it correctly because I always say Balan Wonderland, Balan Wonder World. This game right here, and not to go all like, on a rant, on a tangent, Lord, this game was, see, Bamani, bruh, I was one of those people, like, I really, really love the aesthetic of Knights. Of course, to hear Yuji Naka was going to be working on a big title because he had, I think that Kiwi game, the Bird Kiwi, and a couple other titles he had worked on since leaving Sonic Team. I hadn't got a chance to try out yet, but since he has been hired by Square, because Yuji Naka is a really good programmer, like amazingly good. And that's what he is, a programmer, not a necessarily like on the front end side of things. But he was at Square Enix, and they asked him to make a game. Like, it came time, and he wanted to make a platformer. And one thing he said was, this is my one shot to prove to Square Enix that I know what I'm doing, and to make a platformer for them that sells well. Buddy, you shouldn't have put all your eggs in one basket like that. Like, that's what we don't do. And I was excited because you see the opening trailer, and it's beautiful. The graphics are beautiful. The character design of Balan himself is really nice, inviting, has that like Knights aesthetic, which if you haven't played, it's a game you definitely need to go play. It's definitely like one of the solid, most different game style play games out there, and it's just really like a good time and good vibes. But yeah, no, you get into the game, and I'm used to it. I've played Sonic games and platformers a lot. I'm used to games only having, one button of control. What I don't expect is every button on the gamepad. I'm talking face buttons, shoulder buttons, right thumbstick. Everything is a jump button. That's the only action in the game, is move in a direction and jump. And then because there are certain like costumes that you can get in the game, there are certain abilities that take away your jump ability. So every button becomes like shoot or spin, so you can't jump. So say if you have to cross a gap or go upstairs, you're SOL, because every time you get hit, you lose a costume with an ability, and you have to run all the way back to where you found it, or go back to the level where you found it to get that ability. And I just hate, because there was so much potential in this game. Like, I wanted it to be good. I wanted to like it. The boss designs are so cool. Like, you get to see some really cool like wolves, and like there's one where you play this giant chess boss, and he's actually a giant king, and he shoots out a pawn that you have to defeat him. Really cool, but a lot of the bosses are easy to defeat and kind of boring, and have very readable like telegraph attacks. So it just kind of became like not fun, and the things that made it difficult were the cumbersome parts, not anything else. But probably what frustrated me most is that none of the cutscenes have dialogue, and the ones that do, they speak in this weird language which is supposed to be called Balinese, but it doesn't hit, and you're just kind of left wondering what the heck's going on. It's like someone's showing you, like, flicking through the channels, just showing you 1 second of everything on 100 channels, and you absorb nothing. That's what it feels like. And it tries to have this big emotional ending, and you're like, we learned nothing. Oh man. Oh Rio. Anthropomorphic hat. Yes. I love it. Um, I will say because no one, I don't believe a lot of people are gonna play this game. A lot of people didn't already, but at the end of the game, he does take his hat off, and you get to see what he really looks like. And my boy Balin here looks full anime, like full on anime boyo. Um, and it's like he looks like a knockoff Axel, green Axel from Kingdom Hearts. That's what he looks like underneath that. To put it into perspective. But yeah, no, it's just a waste of time. And this is on just my worst game is not only because of that, not only because the demo basically tanked anything for this game, but they had the nerve to charge $60 for this title, which felt like a freeware game, you know, that you find on like the Nintendo Switch eShop. Nothing worthy of a $60 title. And if you wanted to know what was actually going on in the story, no, it wasn't. Oh, play the game a second time now that you have knowledge and you'll see more in depth. No, they wanted you to spend, I think it was $20 on a novel to read that accompanied the game to get the full story. And what's rule number one of like any like visual storytelling? I shouldn't have to go to an external source forcibly to get the information about the story you're trying to tell. I shouldn't have to do that. And and that's kind of what they had going on here. Yeah. Yo, I actually thought about that, Bimani. I was like, yo, you know what I could do with $60? I could pay for someone's meals for 3 days with that money. I could put that towards rent. I could go buy a better game. I could go eat out. I could go do anything but playing this game. And no, and it just kind of sucks that they made you pay $60 for this game and $20 for a freaking novel to get what the heck was going on in the story. Because there's so many elements there that could have made this good. Like the music is like amazing, amazingly good. And when we take a break here, I'll play some of it for you. But the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. If I had to rank the soundtrack, I'd say it was one of the best I've heard. Full orchestral, really like big theatrical Broadway style numbers within the music. So good. But yeah, no, the game itself just it just blows, and the fact that they did all that is just what puts it on my crap list. Like I won't be coming back to this. I waited too long to get my refund for it, so here it sits. Lesson learned. Sometimes people are right when they dog on a game during the reviews. Can I? Oh my god, I want to get that on a shirt. Like, I want to get this on the back, and on the front, I want to just have, it's just one big celebration of hat. One big celebration of hat, and doling out money into the hat. That's what it is. So yeah, no, that's the top of my crap list. But that's the worst of the worst. I had to rip the Band-Aid off first. I don't know, chat. You told me some of your best ones, but I wonder what some of your absolute stinkers that you played during the year. Like, were there any that you expected to be good and you were just kind of like, as you were playing it, you're like, this just isn't it. Like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. I'm remembering this for all the wrong reasons because I'm having a terrible time with it. Oh man, and Vern, you're lucky. You're very lucky. You haven't found a bad game yet. At least within this year. There are a few out there. But lately, I will say one thing I've been doing, because, you know, with social media, we have everyone's opinion out there now, right? We have people telling us what to get, what not to get, and telling us, oh no, you shouldn't enjoy this bad game. You should think it's bad because I think it's bad. I've actually stayed a lot away from like online stuff, so a lot of these games that I've run into were just of my own like will, just because like I thought it would be interesting and I wanted to form my own opinion. And then I go and I watch reviews afterwards, and they're like, yeah, this game sucks, and I'm like, well, I hate to agree. but but yeah, I I hop in there and I'm like, dang it, I hate to agree, but this is bad. But I'm like, this is why it's bad. Also, thank you, Rane, for the follow. Welcome into the studio, where we're always going to be talking about video games and a huge focus on a lot of Sonic gaming during the week, talking about different Sonic lore and ranking them on Thursdays and Friday here in the Spin Cycle. We're going to dive into some of the more offbeat Sonic things, as well as just chatting about just different themes in gaming, and as well as music in gaming as well. So yeah, nice to have you a part of the family. Yo, I'm glad my main theme for my channel is blue, because we got a lot of blue going on in here. We got a blue Wolf, and then we also got a blue tiger. So, oh man. I just realized I actually don't have a blue Sona. I don't have a blue character. I don't know why. I have a lot of blue, but no blue character. So yeah, no, this was my top worst game of the year that I played through. But now I want to get into some of the good ones, the best games. What were some of the better games that I played this year? Let's get into some happy stuff. And I have to say, this was like, I would say my number 3. This game is so good. Oh my god. A Way Out. If you have not had a chance to play it, you have to. And it's best if you're, I know it's hard right now with everything going on, but if you can play it in the same room with someone, it's so good. Yes, Dark. Yeah, no. I got to play this over Christmas break with my sister, and it was a good game. It was a good experience, because you have to rely on each other to get out of situations and to get through the game, and so it's always fun when you're playing at games, because people think through puzzles like different ways, and people may approach the game with 2 different skill sets. Like, I know me. I'm not gonna lie. Any game that uses a right thumbstick to have to do the action, because I play so many platformers and rhythm games, that's like my home. Anytime you put me outside of that, oh lord, it's like I've gone back to 5 years old, and here I am relearning how to game, right? So that was the experience with this, and there were so many laughs to be had to this game, because it's one of those games where you're playing, you're doing a task, and you look at the other person and you're just like, really, like, how is this hard? Like, come on. But it's like good quarrels. So me and her, we got into like a couple like good situations where it was like, use the right thumbstick, control properly. Oh my god, why can't you? but it's good. And it's not a very long game either. I'd say it's about like 10 hours? 10 hours or so. It maybe even shorter than that. God, I mean, we beat it in about like 2.5 days. And this is, yeah, so about 10 hours. But really good. I won't spoil anything about the ending, but all I can say is it's definitely worth it to pick up. It's super affordable now, so if you have the chance to play it, definitely get your hands on it, get it with somebody. And no way, Kez, really? Waffles knows someone that his friend was the devil in the game. That's like 1 degree of separation. It's man, it's funny. Say what you will about like the furry community, but like being a part of the fandom, like I've found so many people where I've placed myself either in direct contact with people that have worked on some of my favorite games, like the Tomb Raider series and like a lot of big like FPS shooter games. But now to only be like 1 degree of separation from people who know those people, like it's just really cool to do that. So now that I've played this game, Kaz, now I'm gonna like bug your ear next time we hang out, like you and Waffles and everyone, and just talk about it. Now having perspective of completing it. I don't know if you've had a chance to play it. Yeah, no, but Monty, yeah, no. If you get a chance to play it, definitely get your hands on it, play it, take a weekend, grab somebody. I do believe it has online play as well. So you don't necessarily have to be in the same room with somebody. It just makes it more fun because you get that instant reaction. But no, you can play it online with someone else as well if they have a PS4, which the way things are looking right now, a lot of us are going to have PS4s for a while. And yeah, no. If you can find somebody with a PS4, play it with them. I'm not sure if it has crossplay. That's something I have to check into to see if someone has it on another console, can you play it with them? But anyway, you can get 2 group of people together. Definitely fun to play through, and it'll definitely be a test of patience for people, and you'll have a lot of good memories to look out on. So that's why it's on my list. It took 4 years to get to this game, but yeah. Oh yeah, no, thank you so much. Yeah, so it's on Game Pass and on Xbox and PC. So yeah, there's no excuse. It's everywhere. You have a reason to get it, and it's super affordable. I think it's like $20 now. So super good. So one of my most enjoyable experiences, and definitely made up for the experiences I played before this. Like, god dang. And then moving on to number 2, I got this in 2020, but didn't really start putting effort into it until about late January of last year. Was the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, full disclosure, I never went into play the original Final Fantasy. So no, full disclosure, never played the original Final Fantasy. I was 7. I was too scared of seeing the fact that the game had 4 discs, and when you're like 7-8 years old, you're like, how does multiple disc games work? I don't want that. I'll go over here to Crash Bandicoot 3. Thank you very much. I'll do that. Plus, I wasn't too interested in a game where you didn't like have forward progression. It's also why I couldn't get into like fighting games or anything like that for a lot of time in my life until like my adult years, was just because I always wanted to play games with forward progression. But then games like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15 came out, and eventually Final Fantasy 7 Remake came out after being teased since E3, I think like 2006 or 2007. Like, we finally get it, and I enjoyed it. It was literally one of the first games in a long time where I sat down, I turned it on, and it made me just sit there and go, wow. Like, it made me go like, wow, this is so cool. Like, this is a game I instantly invested in from like just the opening cutscene. And let's not talk about Final Fantasy 15. Let's make a new recipe. Final Fantasy 15 I still have to get to. I'm kind of scared of going into it now, since I've been spoiled by 7. And no, don't worry. We don't do spoilers here. Because I realize a lot of people are just getting into this game, especially with a lot of the additional content that's going to be coming out for it this year. Yeah, I'll just say it plays really well. Actually, I'm a fan. It matches my playstyle of the fact that you actually have it's in more of an action RPG. So similar to Kingdom Hearts and everything, because that's what I grew up on and what kind of got me into story-driven games. So I appreciate that I can like hack my way through a fight and think, that way, rather than thinking 6 steps ahead of how I'm going to plan out my moveset against the enemy's moveset. Now, I will say, this game did do its job of getting me into JRPGs. Like, because of this game, I'm going back and investing more into Persona 5. I'm going back and finally playing Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X-2. Like, I'm finally going back and starting to buy and collect a lot of these games, which I think that's what the game should do. Like, if it's not replacing the original. It's not doing a GTA Online where they went and erased the old Final Fantasy VII from history and say, this is what you have to play from now on. You are not allowed to have anything else. Like, it's there for, it's a new take. It's a remake. It's an update. And I think it's doing its job of introducing people to the characters. And if they want to go back and play the older games or the older style of Final Fantasy games, I think it's a good entry point for that. So I would highly recommend it if you've never played like a Final Fantasy game. Will it give you like the true essence of like what a Final Fantasy game is, like gameplay wise or anything like that? No, because it plays a little different, but I feel it's good and it'll get you into the series. I definitely recommend it more than any of the sequels to Final Fantasy 13. So yeah, I recommend it. I liked it. And yeah, no, Mamani, that's what I was saying earlier. I think it was before you joined. I was saying, no, we out here, fam. We are, we're out here. We're slowly making our way. We're slowly making our way through Persona 5. And that's the thing. It's just like, before playing Final Fantasy VII, I was trying to approach Persona 5 the way you would like any action RPG, like Kingdom Hearts, or like any like platformer or something, where you just kind of go in and you brute force your way through something, and the game's like, nah, you can't do that. I didn't really understand it, and I didn't have a frame of reference, so for me it was very hard. But after playing like 7 Remake, I can appreciate that a lot more, and how to think through those games and how to properly like level up my party and build health and build someone to be the healer and the glass cannon and the all around, and the tank. So like now I can go back and play those. I got a lot going on. Got a lot we still doing over here. I got a lot of games we're still doing over here. So every time I start a game, I'll play a game for like 30 minutes or like a week or two, and then what I'll do is I'll end up jumping to another game for a few weeks, and then I'll jump back. What I've done, and actually got suggested this by my friend Seth, who was on the show, who was on the channel yesterday, inside of E-Ranked. I was talking with him, and he suggested a great site called Backloggery, where you can actually keep track of your games and like how much you've completed them, so you know what games you finished, what games you haven't. And if you're working on building a gaming library and like planning to play all those games, I highly recommend it. So Backloggery. Let me see. Actually, I want to throw that up in the chat. I just want to make sure I get it right for you guys. Yeah. So it's free to use, super easy. There. And it definitely helps you keep track of your games. I know it does. For me, for somebody whose attention is always like bouncing around, and just can't stay focused on a game for 1 second. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I had my Wii U tablet and then my Switch on my desk the other night while also doing stuff on my PC. That's a real normal night for me. Even when like going and playing my PS5, like I'll have that, and then I'll have my Switch, and then I'll have like something else. Like I'm always like jumping between stuff, so I need to sit down and like focus on the game when I'm at home. But yeah, no MMORPGs. I really should try one. I actually haven't. I want to see. Speaking of Final Fantasy, like what the buzz is, just about Final Fantasy 14, like why it's so great. I appreciate Phantasy Star Online, but I never got a chance to play because I had a bad internet connection as a kid, and it was just wasn't something I was into at the time playing those type of games. But I definitely want to find one. I just want to find one that's a good entry point. That's not like World of Warcraft or something like that I can like get into. Because to me, I have a problem with games that don't have a finite end. Things that just continue and continue and continue and continue, I slowly lose interest in, which is why I can't play a lot of roguelikes. But like for roguelikes, Hades makes me want to attempt it and try to get into it, as well as Final Fantasy 14 for MMORPGs. I just, yeah, it's just a thing for me. Like if it doesn't have a finite end, I just it's not something that's at the top of my like list to like jump into. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing there for that. Yo, yo, no. Okay. Oh man. Metroid Dread. That's one I have to play. I need to go back and finish a lot of the other Metroids leading up to it, just because I didn't own a Wii till recently, so I got to get into the Prime series. I know the ones to stay away from, like Other M, but the original classic Metroid series I have to go through and play. I just know they're kind of hard. And have a really big like open map. And so like that I have to figure out like how it plays, so I'm a little slow on them, but they are games that I want to jump into. So yeah, no, that's a good one. Metroid Dread. Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I know the moment I say this, y'all are gonna be like, Diggy, come on, you gotta have more to do with your life than that. But this was worth it. I spent most of the week in my free time. Someone made a 5.5-hour YouTube think piece, visual essay on their feelings about Kingdom Hearts as someone like myself who waited 13 years for that game to come out, and the amount of hype, the amount of unmatchable hype that creates, and just kind of walk through every level and every mechanic of the game, like no stone unturned. I just kind of explained, why this was good, why this was bad, why this falls into that bucket of over expectations, and while also giving their thoughts on everything as a whole. So after you beat the game, it's a good watch. I bet you if you just type 5-hour Kingdom Hearts 3 documentary into like YouTube, you'll find it. It's interesting. I watched it in chunks. Luckily, they broke it up into like 15 to 30-minute chapters. So I was just watching kind of like in little bites, like at lunch or before bed to finish it. You don't have to sit through the whole thing unless, that's your jam and you like doing that. But you're also probably the type of person that likes sitting through the extended versions of Lord of the Rings all in one sitting. So. But no, if you played the other two titles, Bamani, go ahead, finish the series. Don't worry about understanding anything because it's Kingdom Hearts, so you won't understand it anyway. And yo, Seth, thank you for the raid. Yo, if you're just joining and coming in, I'm Diggy, and this is, of course, you're in the Spin Cycle, my Friday show, where we kind of just chill, vibe out, talk about random subjects, and just talk about a lot of gaming and gaming music. So, yeah, thanks. And hey Thomas, welcome back on a Friday night. Hi Wendy, welcome. Um, I'm hoping it's a lot better tonight. I tried to fix what you were talking about last night, so hopefully you're able to hear like a lot better. If not, I can just like get really close to the mic and you can hear every pop and every T and P word that I say, because you know we can turn this into full on like ASMR if you want. Yo, Jill sandwich. Yo, Seth, Seth. Should I even ask? Should I even ask? where that comes from, or why that's the raid message? Oh man. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I even want to know. But yeah, no. Um, Bringing the screen back up if you're wondering what the heck we're talking about. I'm going through my top three worst and best of 2021 that I played. Of course, the worst ones were Sonic Lost World 3DS, Sonic Boom, and Balan Wonderworld. So far, I said my best were like A Way Out and Final Fantasy VII Remake. And these are just games that I played last year, not like my all-time greatest, but just that I played and really liked. So yeah, so no, you're just in time for number one. And thank you so much, Thomas. I'm glad it sounds better. And let's see, you played 1, 2, Birth by Sleep Coded, and 358 over 2 days. Okay, so you played all the ones that matter. Those are the only ones that matter, really, to the story. Unless you want to download the mobile game and play Union Cross, but I'd rather just go on YouTube and watch the movies for that. But I would recommend watching those before getting into Kingdom Hearts 3, so you can understand kind of what the heck's going on, because they assume that you played the mobile game to know some story elements. And yeah, go watch that. And yo, Tristicles, another raid. Oh my god. Yo, thank you so much. Again, welcome everyone to the studio. We are covering best and worst of 2021 tonight in the spin cycle. I just told those coming over from Seth's stream, but letting you all know, I do shows here 3 times a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. On Tuesdays, we're doing game playthroughs. Currently doing a Sonic marathon to get through all the games before the main, all the main games rather, before the Sonic 2 movie comes out in April. On Thursdays, we're doing E-Ranked, which is a tier list ranking show where we're going to go through every Sonic tier list that's out there, and you'll get to hear my opinions on them as a lifelong Sonic fan, and dive into some great Sonic lore. And then you got, of course, this spin cycle on Fridays, where we just chill, vibe out, and go over gaming and gaming music topics. So yeah, no, great to have you all in here. And Trist, I'm doing good. I am doing great. It's been a week, but I'm happy it's Friday, and I'm happy to be here with you all. Like, no, this really is like a big mood booster, and it's so nice to be chilling. We got our own tiny little like fam here, and I really enjoy that. So thank y'all for being a part. So no, I want to go to number one now. What is my number one best thing, right? What is my number one game that I played out of 2021? Out of all the games that I tackled, what was it? And also, before I get to that, thank you, Kanik, for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you'll tune into many more streams and just vibe out here. But number one, what is my number one? It has to be without a doubt, without a doubt, like the best game. If for me, the one thing I can say about this game, I'm still playing through it, but I cannot put it down whenever I get to spend time with it. So No spoilers in the chat. I haven't finished it yet. But I will say this is the first game in a long time that just made me like sit and be like, wow, this is where gaming is like headed. It feels like, a huge production. Like, oh my god, like the fact that there's not a single loading screen, like I had to get used to it the first few moments of the game where you're watching this cutscene and you're like, oh, this isn't pre-rendered. These are the graphics in the cutscene, and then it throws you into the action, and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be playing right now. Holy crap! And then from there, it throws you into another cutscene, and it's just like, it feels you're like truly like what we used to say like back in the PS2 days and PS3 days, and be like, it feels like I'm playing a movie. No, this legit feels like I'm playing a movie, and it is a game that reminded me of why I not only love the Ratchet and Clank franchise and series, but why I love gaming and why I love the genre of games that I do. Like, it's the production value on it is just better than it has any right to be. The depth of the worlds, the characters, everything's just so engaging and just keeps making you want to play, and nothing ever feels stale. Even now, I'm about like 6 hours or so into the game, and still nothing feels stale. It's still throwing new things at me, and just the way it uses the new PS5 controller, like the haptic feedback on the controller is so cool. Like if you're on a planet, for instance, and you're walking on dirt, it'll vibrate like when the actual feeling you feel in your feet when you're getting traction on dirt, and then say you step up onto a sidewalk, like that feels hard, so it's a different thud. Like the vibration changes to match that, and there are sounds that come out the speakers on the controller, so you get this full like almost surround sound experience, and I'm just blown away. It's worth getting a PS5 for. It's so worth it. Yo, and Vimani, man, you gotta get on it, man. I know you're the rhythm game king over there, but King, you gotta get into some of these platformers and action platformers. Like, I highly recommend Ratchet and Clank and any the Ratchet and Clank series. I'd recommend starting with the HD collection that's on the PS3. If you have PlayStation Now, go get that. Go get that, because I feel that the original Ratchet and Clank is a better introduction into the whole series and Ratchet's character arc than the remake that came out on PS4. The remake on PS4 is good, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of that thing people feel about Final Fantasy VII Remake versus the original. It's just like there's some elements missing that made the original one so good. So go get that HD collection and play that through those first three games. Then hop into the Ratchet and Clank Future series, the two that came out on PS3, and then go into Rift Apart, and I think you'll have a real appreciation for the character, and just the fluidity of it. And yeah, no, Trist, everyone, like, yeah, no, I'm glad you all agree. I'll agree that, like, this is a good pick, and anybody that's played it, it's good. And yeah, no, Thomas, like, I agree. The voice acting on it is really, really good. Really top notch. Like I said, I always love when sometimes I'm playing a game and I'm just kind of like going through it and I'm ready for the gameplay. This is one of those games where I'm interested to hear every time the characters speak, just because like there's actual emotion and acting put into the delivery, and it's very well written. So yeah, no, if you're able to play it, I definitely would jump out there, play it. For those that have, like, you can tell everybody in the chat who hasn't played it, it's just like, go find a way to play it. Even if we have, well, no, we can't do that right now because the air is really spicy outside, so I wouldn't recommend it. But when the air is a little less spicy, if you can find a friend with a with a PS5, yeah, like go over their house and play it. It's a great game. So yeah, no, these are like all my top picks for 2021. So I enjoyed all of them. It was nice to hear some of you guys. It's like best games out there. And you actually gave me some few recommendations that I wanna try out at some point because there's actually a lot of games that I haven't gotten to that you all have told me about tonight. So like Tales of Luminaria, uh, and Metroid Dread, like a lot of those games, like I have to put on my list. I just need to stop jumping from one game to the other and completing them at like 10 minutes at a time. So maybe we'll complete some on stream, and that'll help me like focus and get some of these games finished. No, no, Thomas, no. I mean the other air that's making everybody's lungs spicy right now. Yeah, no, that's my code word. It's either spicy air or the world tour that's going on right now. We just keep buying tickets for it, man. We're in a whole new leg of the world tour. They're on a comeback tour at this point. They basically are playing in Vegas at this point. Yo, thank you. All right, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my God. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. We're vibing out tonight. I assume you've been in the chat. And if not, I appreciate my lurkers as well, who's just having this on and vibing to me in the background, spreading some good vibes. I appreciate you all. But hey, Ara, good to have you in here. So, yes, that was my top choices from 2021, and like I said, it was cool to hear a lot of you guys like best and worst as well. Um, and nice to know that we all have heard, or at least a lot of us have heard of the trash fire that was freaking Balan Wonder World, not Wonderland, Wonder World. I'm gonna get this right at some point. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm probably gonna say Wonderland to the end of time. Which, why didn't they name it that? That flows so much better. You know what? That's also a point against it. That's also why it sits at the worst of the worst list for me. Is that's such a silly name. God dang it. All right, but no. What we're gonna do now, guys, is we're just gonna take a really quick break, just about like 5 minutes or so. Give you guys a chance to use the restroom. You know, restock up on like snacks or drinks or anything that you have. And we'll hop back in here and we're gonna start talking about like 2022 games that I'm looking forward to when we come back. And I want to hear your predictions, like about 2022 games and kind of what you're looking forward to, and get that hype going. So, just chill out here. We'll be back. Oh, hey. Hey Nelson, thank you for the follow. Oh my God, glad to have you in here. You came right as we're getting ready to take a break. So hang tight, guys. I'll be back, like I said, take about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna look to the future. 2021, get it out of here. Now we're gonna talk about 2022. While it's still January and not a lot of things have come out yet. So I'll be right back. You're listening and chilling with me, Diggy, inside the spin cycle. Take care, and we'll be right back. everything that you needed. Because we are back. Alright, hope there was a good break for you to get everything that you needed. Because we're done. Like I said, we're done with 2021. We're moving on to what I kind of am looking forward to in 2022. So I kind of wanted to just like bring that up. So let's take a look. I know it goes without saying that probably first one of the things I'm most looking forward to in 2022. You'll see. First of all, I'm gonna say 2022 feels like it's gonna be the year of like open world games, especially if you're into platformers and action platformers. It's gonna be the year of like open world games, and that's what I'm here for, fam. I'm so glad some of my favorite series are finally like going open world. Also, hey Cloud, nice to see you. Love you guys too. I know you both are watching, so glad to have you both here chilling with me on a Friday night. I'm glad you could catch it early tonight. So yeah, we're just vibing out and talking games. Vamani, don't get me started on Sonic Rush's soundtrack. We will literally be here all night. Like, you don't even know. You don't even know how much I love that soundtrack. And for those that don't know, it's by the same producer that did the Jet Grind Radio soundtrack. So if you dig that, you'll dig Sonic Rush's soundtrack. Yes. So no, that's definitely something we're gonna tackle in E-Ranked one of these nights. I got to go through that because I got some opinions on each of those songs. Why I think one of them is better over absolutely all the rest and deserves an S tier. But we'll get to that. You'll have to stick around. I'll let you know. Yeah. And to find out about that, I guess you'll just have to watch my Twitter, won't you? All right. But that's enough. That's enough fooling around here. Let's get into that first title. What could that first title be for 2022 that I'm looking forward to? I mean, I don't think that it's any surprise that it is Sonic Frontiers. Like this game, I am so hyped for it. Now, I'm maybe a bit of a Sonic fan. Like I don't know what would give it away. I absolutely don't know what at all could give it away. I mean, it's a kind of a bit of a fan, just a little bit of a fan. No, huge Sonic fan. So I am excited. I am so excited for this game, and not just because it is a Sonic game, but mainly because it's the first time in a long time I've seen an ambitious Sonic game. Like, I don't care. They can keep giving me all these like, what do you call it? Like 8-second trailers on like 1-minute trailers all they want. I'm still gonna be hyped for the game because I am just I'm so about it. Like, I'm ready because it's gonna be an open world like Sonic game. It's something that the Sonic fan community has actually been doing for quite some time now, like experimenting with it on like Unreal Engine and everything. And I know to see that being taken on by like Sonic Team, who actually has the money bucks, the Dimmadale bucks, to do this, I'm glad to see that. And I think my bet, my money is they saw the success of the Sonic movie and they were like, yo, people still care about Sonic. Like, if we actually made a good game, like, people would give us money. Like, imagine that, right? Imagine that. And like, yeah, no. For one, yes, Cloud. I am excited for the Sonic movie too. Like, who wouldn't be? Who's a Sonic fan? Like, who wouldn't be? I'm definitely here for it. But yeah, no. Um, but mining, I see you saying in chat. You said, I don't know how Sonic Team's gonna execute an open world compared to the sandbox like 1 and 2. And that's the thing. We'll just have to see. For now, this definitely looks like it'll be one of the prettiest Sonic games in a long time. I mean, it actually looks like it's gonna be on worthy of being on a next gen console. I know a lot of these are still like concept, but I can see them doing well. I think my theory of what would make a good Sonic game like this work would be just having good like slopes and everything like that. Like, it's a new environment, so of course if it doesn't look like Green Hill Zone, like, of course it's a new environment. According, like, this is on the website, like, it's a brand new environment called Starfall Islands. But yeah, no, I just want it to be fun to run around in. Like, that's it. Like, it can pick from Breath of the Wild as much as it wants. Imitation's the best form of flattery. That game really redefined open worlds, but I think it's gonna be more like open zones. So if you ever played Sonic Adventure 1 or any of the large maps in Halo Infinite, more like that, where it's gonna be like these self-contained zones, but they're gonna be really, really big zones. Really, really big zones, like really, really big, man. No, I think that'll be interesting, and I think that's the better style to go with than try to have one big continuous world. Like, piece it down, and I think each island's going to be its own exploratory zone. So for now, I'm avoiding leaks. I don't know too much about the story itself. So that the jury's like still out on. So I don't know. But I see a lot of you all in chat, saying, yeah, you're excited, but like cautious. And I think that's the place to be with this game, is cautiously optimistic. Like, on one hand, I'm excited because I'm seeing something I haven't seen out of Sonic Team since, I want to say, like, Sonic Unleashed days. And I commend them for that, but they gotta bring it home. And like I said, I don't need it to be the best game. I don't need it to be a blockbuster and get like 10s across the board. I just want it to be fun to play and not broken. That's it. Just, if it can do those two things, 3. Fun to play, not broken, and well written. Which I think we're already on the track with that, because I don't know if any of you know, the writer for the game is Ian Flynn, who's a phenomenal writer for the Sonic comics. If you've ever been exposed to any of the Sonic comics and had a chance to read any of the story arcs that he's written, he gets characterization of characters, of not just because like, oh, it's Sonic, but like actual characterization. Yeah, and yeah, no, Trist, I think you're right. I think they'll see the backlash that can come after. They don't want that kind of publicity. Yeah, I can see that. But Sonic Team and of course the movie team are two different, like totally different teams. But I think the game team, that Sonic team, is more focused on like listening to the fans, but also listening to the correct feedback. Because if you spent any amount of time as a Sonic fan in the community, we can agree on some things and nothing all at once. So hopefully they're taking the right critique and actually making a good game first, and focusing on Sonic as a character first, than like Sonic's coolness, because his coolness factor always came from the fact that he was just like, himself, he was just this like happy-go-lucky dude that ran really fast. And as long as they don't try to make him like cool with whatever cool means in 2021 or 2022 rather now, because it got delayed to 2022. Um, Hopefully that means we'll have like a good game, And if Sad AM is canon, that means we need a Jaleel White cameo. That's what that means. That means we need a Jaleel White cameo. Where's my Jaleel White cameo? Come on now. I used to be like, once I found that out that freaking Urkel was Sonic, you know that meme of like, blank gonna be black today, whenever somebody's just like, well, Sonic doesn't sound this way or that way. I'm like, nope. First Sonic voice actor, Jaleel White. Like, we got him, boys. Like, Sonic has his place in history. We can celebrate Sonic every February now. Like, that's what we can do. He's going on there. Oh man. So no, that's what we got. But no, they need. I would love to see a Jaleel White cameo, like either in the movies or something. Because even like watching interviews, like it was a very fun time in his life, and I think he always appreciates. I remember specifically in one interview, he said he appreciated when people brought that up to him in discussions, like when talking to him, not just like the stuff he did on Family Matters, but like actually talk about that, because only the like deep cut real fans that follow his work know that he did that. So I'm hoping for some of these upcoming like Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog like box sets that they're doing, that they do a few more interviews with them. So that's definitely something I'm hoping. But yeah, no, Sonic Frontiers, super excited. It's just I wish I could say more about it, but we don't know anything yet, other than like what they've been drip feeding us, and that the cutscenes look really nice. But I'm hoping it doesn't happen another 2017 where we get another like ultra mediocre game that doesn't attempt to do anything, and just is kind of a waste of space. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. And I don't know, Trist. For me, I would, as much as I do like Movie Sonic, which, yes, that's his official name, by the way, for those that don't know. If you're talking about Sonic in the movie, that's Movie Sonic. But I kind of want Movie Sonic to stay Movie Sonic. I don't know if I want him to cross over into anything dealing with the games, just because it's kind of its own bubble. Kind of like the comics are their own bubble, where they take inspiration from the games, but they're still their own things. So I don't know. I would kind of want it to remain that way. Oh, man, let me tell you, I love this mug so much. And now I can love it even more because Crash isn't being held hostage by a crappy company. So I'm gonna have to like it again. But no, that's probably my one of my top games that I'm like most thrilled for. And there is another game, of course, that I lost my mind about, and I'll bring it up here in a second for you all. You know him, you love him. It's named after a vacuum cleaner. Freaking Kirby. Oh my God, Kirby. I think it's in the Lost Kingdom, I believe is it. This. My God, I'm so excited for this game. I'm ready for it. And also the enemies are way too cute. They don't need to be. Don't put cute, fluffy like doggos and then make them angry. Like, why do that to me? Why do that to me? Why make me hurt like a cute puppo? But they better let you pet him, so we can add it to that long-growing list of can I pet the dog? But no. This game took me by surprise. I remember seeing it at the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, the same one where they said like Chris Pratt is Mario. I remember seeing it at that one, and just kind of being like, well, okay, what is this new game? And then to find out it's a Kirby game was really cool, and the fact it's going to be kind of like open zone, open world. I think it's gonna be really neat. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is what it is. But I do like that they're going with this fusion of like hyper realistic and like kind of toony. Because I'll be honest, I haven't been into the Kirby franchise since Kirby's Superstar Fun Pack, and that was way, way, way back on the Super NES, like back in the early 90s. But this right here, it just has so many things I'm looking for. First of all, they finally brought Kirby into 3D instead of cheaping out. That was one thing I was always like angry about, is that with Kirby they would only go so far as like 2.5D. Even like the 3DS titles only would go so far as like 2.5D, but would never make commit to like a full 3D game and see like what Kirby could do in 3D. And so like I'm happy enough for that. And it seems like, you know, there's a lot of good game modes in this. Not sure what the story's gonna be, but unlike the Sonic trailer, I do like that with this recent trailer that they actually showed a lot of gameplay, like you know, different game modes, different game elements. Kirby gets a gun now. I can't believe they did that. But that'll be interesting to see. And the boss designs look really cool in this as well. Someone's on top of their game, and it just looks pretty. It's always nice to see when you can get like a really pretty 3DS, or sorry, Switch title, Switch title that really like showcases that. Yeah, it's an under, you know, it's not as powerful as say the PS4 or Xbox consoles or PS5, of course, duh. But it's always nice to see like when Nintendo can like kind of pick an art style that makes it look good. So I think this is gonna be good. I'm glad we don't have to wait long for anything on this game. Like it comes out in March, end of March. So I mean, we got Pokemon Arceus Legends. Like I'm not even gonna put that on my must-have for 2022 because I'm getting it next week. So so that's already like said and done. But like this is things for like beyond January. I'm glad we don't have to wait long for this. So this is something that'll tide me over while we have that long wait for the Sonic game that's coming out later this year. So no, I'm thrilled like about this, and I'm glad a lot of these companies are taking risks with some of their old IPs, and like I said, like their platformer RPs, and taking them into the sort of open world or open zone concept. I definitely think for the platformer genre, like we've seen a resurgence in popularity for it, and I really think this is where it's headed. Like Breath of the Wild kind of kicked it off and kind of showed what it can be, and Mario Odyssey kind of took that further, and I think this is just like that next natural progression. So I've seen some people out there kind of getting angry, you know, and saying, well, Breath of the Wild is gonna be everything's gonna be Breath of the Wild, you know, clones. But I mean, is that a bad thing? I mean, everything essentially was a Mario and or a Sonic clone for the longest time, and then in the 2000s, everything was a Jak and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank clone. You just have these things. It's just the nature of that genre of gaming, where all these things inspire that. And I'd rather them fit a new game model than they all try to fit a particular art style, and we have a like Battlefield, Call of Duty, you know, Resistance situation, where if you show me a screenshot, I can't tell where each one comes from. They all look the same. So I'd rather, you know, gameplay styles be worked into these characters' worlds than like the other way around into the art style. So I think that's cool. This is definitely on my list. And yeah, Tris, no. Oh my god, Arceus, like I've had to mute the word like Pokemon out of my Twitter because I don't want to get spoiled, because I keep seeing so many things and so many like test things coming for the game, and so I'm just like, no, I don't want to be spoiled. I want to walk into this like as a new experience, and I, you know, it's one of those games also where I definitely thought about, oh man, let me get all the proper things because I want to show this on stream. But I feel, as someone who's been into Pokemon since the very beginning, since the late 90s, and have been waiting for Pokemon to get to this point as gaming technology has advanced, to actually have an actual console release that's a 3D full walk around game. I was like, I want to experience this on my own. I want it to be an intimate thing because I've been waiting almost 30 years for something like this. So I think it's one of those things I'm just going to kind of play on my own without any opinions and just kind of form my own and see. So I can see what the new designs are and what the new worlds are. Just take it all in. And I'm excited to see how the art style actually feels like when you're playing it. And see how that translates, because I know that was a thing on a lot of trailers, but I want to see in motion like how the art style actually looks when you're playing it. So I'm excited. I'm probably gonna get the physical copy to add to my collection, because what I've been doing lately for Switch is, since everything's so easy to download nowadays, a game has to really be something like I want or that I'm after, for me to get like a physical copy. So I think this is something I'm glad I'm getting a physical copy of, and I'll have it with me, just kind of in my collection, because I've been collecting physical copies of games for Pokemon, for everyone that I've gotten. And I'll admit, I fell out of the series for a while, especially, I want to say, well, of course, around like when Dragon Ball Z and everything was getting popular, everyone jumped Pokemon stuff. But I want to say like that early mid 2000s, I definitely left. I didn't really get back into Pokemon until Sun and Moon came around, and that's just because the location and Pokemon designs felt different enough to like pull me back in. And like Rock and Incineroar. Like, besides Eevee, there's some of my favorite like Pokemon. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. And oh man, Dex, you're in good company. First of all, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you in here on our chill night, where we're talking, we're talking 2021 games, but now we're talking like what we're looking forward to in 2022. And yeah, no, I'm glad to have you here, because I'm one of the rare people who like Sword and Shield. Like, and that's what I was kind of leading into about being away from the Pokemon series until Sun and Moon, is I missed out on Black and White and Black and White 2 and X and Y and DX or XD and like Coliseum, like all of those games. Missed out on all of that. And so I came in with like this fresh kind of outsider perspective and really wasn't in a lot of the internet discourse. So yeah, no, I liked it. It did streamline breeding. It made that easy. That was the first game where I attempted that. The wild areas I wasn't so much a fan of, but like people complain about Pokemon Sword and Shield being easy, but that was always one of the hindrances for me in Pokemon games, is sometimes you got to a boss that was just so hard, and I got tired of dying, blacking out, having to go back to the Pokemon Center, go all the way through the dungeon to get to the gym where I was, or starting at the trainers in the gym and then like going through the whole match. Like, it was nice just to kind of have it progress naturally, and I liked it. It gave me a chance to just like enjoy and experience the locations. Like, I liked all the locations in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and because it's based on the UK, it actually got me interested to know that it's based on like some of the real locations there. So it makes me want to, like, when I finally do England and greater like a UK trip, to see like some of those locales that inspired it. And just a side note, that's always something fun that I do. I remember when I lived in San Francisco for a while, I actually visited almost every point that inspired Sonic Adventure 2, because a lot of its development happened in San Francisco, so a lot of the locations they use are inspired by that. So it's just cool to always see that. But yeah, no, Sword and Shield was good for me, and I'm hyped for Arceus Legends. I still need to play Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, just because I never got to play Diamond and Pearl originally. And again, it's one of those that's kind of expensive now. It's kind of super expensive to get, or it's getting expensive. But yeah, before we hop into like my last game, just kind of while we're chatting, I do want to know, is there any games like you all are looking forward to in 2022? You know, besides all of us Sonic fans looking forward to Sonic Frontiers, like what other games are on your radar? We got a frick ton of games. It seems like every 2-3 weeks a new trailer is dropping for something coming out. Like I feel like we're back on track now. So is there anything out there that you all are excited about besides Pokemon Arceus Legends coming out next week? Yeah, because looking for it. Oh man, yeah. You know, I keep hearing about Guild Wars 2 on the expansion, like for that, like as we're getting closer, like it's something that's kind of buzzing around the internet, and I need to actually play it. It's another one of those games that I don't know much about, but it's always kind of been bubbling like on the surface of my radar. So I wonder if I need to go to like Backloggery and add that onto my need to play list, because it's just something I haven't gotten to yet. Like, and that's the thing I'm finding, like as I continue to like expand my taste in games and enjoy like the physical collecting of games, there's just so many games that I either missed out on when I was younger, or that I want to get to and just haven't gotten to yet. And then let's see, Dex. Let's see. You're super interested in seeing how the game can run. Yes. Oh my God. You know, I almost forgot about Splatoon 3. Dude, there's been so many games being announced, and there were so many games announced at that direct. Like I forgot Splatoon 3 is on the radar for this year, because they played the trailer right after this Kirby game back on that big direct that we got at the end of last year, and I totally forgot that that's coming. The third installment. It's gonna be so fun, and I like the new campaigns and new maps that they're putting in there. Splatoon is always something I jump into. Just from like time to time. I've never really like sat down and like played it to like get good enough at it, but I've always just kind of enjoyed some of the quick play modes, and definitely the soundtrack. That's kind of what I appreciate Splatoon 4, is that they have a lot of in-game and like in-world explanation for a lot of the content that's created in the game. Like the music is all made by bands that are in that post-apocalyptic world and are like, you know, big in some way. So I think that's really, really cool that there's an explanation for everything. And it's just nice to see Nintendo have another, you know, IP that they can use that isn't just Mario all the time. Because actually, like, as much as I'm a Sonic fan, I do play a lot of Mario games. It's just, I like variety, and they've slept on so many of their other franchises that aren't Sonic and Zelda. Mario and Zelda. There we go. I'm thinking of Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. But yeah, they slept on so many other of their like IPs. So it's nice to see them have a new one that they're excited about, and like, you know, Metroid coming back and everything. So I'm hoping as we get into like late 2022 or on into 2023, we see more time given to these other franchises and kind of give Mario, especially Mario, like a break. But we'll see. Oh yeah, Trist, I did see that Tiny Trino's Wonderlands. Yes, I'm excited for that. I know it's not a official title, but I am also excited seeing the Kingdom Hearts series, even though I know it's gonna be Cloud. See that coming to Switch. Because it'll just be kind of cool to play it portably, if that's even a word. It'll be cool to play it like that way, and get to just experience it like kind of on the go. And for me, that's really been what my Switch has become about. Because so many games are cross console now. I mainly buy games that I want to continue playing, like, or that I know I want to play like during long stretches of time when I'm actually not driving and I'm like flying somewhere. I love downloading it on my Switch, so that's actually another game I'm excited about. And oh, nice. Okay, yeah. No, it is a good MMORPG. I looked into it. Everyone that talks about them is good. I need to find that one good MMO that's like a good entry point that is not World of Warcraft. So yeah, no. If any of y'all out there have suggestions, I'm more than want to hear it. But yeah, no. Like I said, as we're talking about like the things we're looking forward to here in 2022, and of course I couldn't find the trailers that they've released for it aren't very good, so I couldn't find that to really like play in the background, but I did find a screenshot, and so you guys will probably kind of know what it is once I show this. But before I bring it up, no, I agree, Dex. Just to have like the three main like Kingdom Hearts series like on the go would be like so good. So I'm here for it. Yeah, Tris, good point. Starfield, you're talking about a game I don't know much about. I'm like, it's in that same bucket with like Sonic Frontiers, where I'm cautiously optimistic. I just haven't seen enough yet. And the thing about Starfield is I look at it and I'm like, this looks like a Bethesda title, but what separates it from the other Bethesda titles? Like, what's its thing? And at least the most recent trailer that we got was better than that trailer. What was that? 4 or 5 years ago at this point, where we got the trailer for Starfield, and it was just like space, and then it just said Starfield. I'm like, thank you for describing exactly what we just saw. But I know I'm happy to see it come out. I want to give it a try, and just see. Is there? And then I'm wondering. So, we talked about like best and worst games, favorite games of 2022. If there's anything that's just like a long shot out there, like that you could just throw and just be like, it's never gonna happen, but you wish it would come out before December 31st of this year. Like, what would be your one game? What would be your one game that you wish just like blue sky wish would just come out? Mine. I know I'll start. Mine for sure. I would say that I know it's probably never gonna happen, but I want to happen. Would be an HD remake, actual like HD next gen console built from the ground up remake of the game Bully from Rockstar. I thought that was such a cool concept and such a cool like diversion from like their other games that they were doing, like their Grand Theft Auto series. I thought it was so much different than that. I wish they would revisit that and kind of give it a chance. I know they've re-released it on like mobile and everything like that, but I want to see like a full remake and see them really put some time and effort into it. Yeah, and let's see. Oh man. Okay, Vern. So, Shadow the Hedgehog 2. Here's my pitch for Shadow the Hedgehog 2. Instead of 10 different endings, we now have 100 different endings that all lead to one ending that just cliffhangs, and you have to download 100 pieces of DLC to piece together the puzzle for the final story that all just loops back because it says it's just a time loop and loops you back to the first level of the game, so there's no true end to it all. That would be my Shadow the Hedgehog 2. And also, he drives giant tanks. And, oh man, let's see, Dex. Also, thanks for being chatting so much with us tonight, Dex. Like, really, really awesome joining in on these conversations. I appreciate it. See, so you say, imagine a Star Fox game that plays like No Man's Sky, but each planet has missionary missions that connect to the end of the game. Dude, that would be my dream Star Fox game. That's the one thing I've wanted from a Star Fox game. Is if so, here's kind of how I'd want it to be. If it could be that, and then they had like battle sections where you just happen upon like space battles, to like defend your troops like in the vast map that is space and on all these vast planets, like a mix of Star Fox Adventures. When you land on the planets, you get to experience different planets like Ratchet and Clank, and Star Fox Adventures where you're on foot meeting different races and species and beings. I think that'll be cool. That would be cool. And then like when you're flying around in space, if they could bring the developers that made the game Einhander on the PlayStation 1, that had these amazing boss battles where you had to shoot piece by piece and break it down, and how you shot at it and blew it apart really determined the next phase of the game, of that boss rather. So I wish they would do that for any of like the big space boss battles. Other than that, just let me fly around and explore. I want to get lost for hours and like, maybe even be able to dock the R-Wing onto the Great Fox. And for the first time, we get to walk around the Great Fox like it's one of the Star Wars games where you, or something to that effect, where you get to actually walk around this huge multi-level ship and get to see not only the main crew that you know, but like all the crew that actually makes that giant ship run. I think that would be like just like beautiful. And then see, Trist, you would love a remake of The Legend of Dragoon. Oh man. See, now I've only heard of that game. I have never had a chance. That's again a game that I've never had a chance to play. Is it similar to like the Panzer Dragoon series? Because yeah, no, it's one I'm not too familiar with. Actually, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Because I want to see this Legend of Dragoon. Oh, this game, dude! I remember this box art. Like, yes, I never got to play this, but I'm just kind of looking at who like worked on it, and Kenichi Awada and Tetsuya Nakamura. I instantly know like some of their work from some of the earlier like JRPG titles. So no, this is definitely one I would have to check out. Like more love needs to be given to remaking a lot of stuff from the fifth generation of consoles. Like, man, that PlayStation era, because everyone's on a retro hook for like 16-bit and then like PS2 era graphics, but like PlayStation graphics did not age well. And so it's not something we can really like retro game and like go and play like the original. I want a lot of those titles to be like updated and fully fleshed out to look like what we thought they looked like, at that time. And yo, Keto, oh my God, thank you for the raid. Yes. Yes. Oh my God, ZOMG Shiny, thank you so much for the follow. Hi everybody. Hi Eggs and Martin. I love it. I got eggies everywhere. This is great. Thank you so much, Storm, Storm Chasing Kai, Keto, everybody. Yo, we're like right there at like thank you all so much. Like all these rates and like follows, like you guys put me almost at about 50 followers. So you're putting me on my journey towards like affiliate. Like I love this. This has been so great. Just chilling with you all. For those of you just coming in, welcome to my stream. I'm Diggy. This is the studio, and I stream here 3 days a week. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. On Tuesdays, we chill out. We do a lot of game playthroughs. Right now, I'm doing a Sonic Marathon, playing everything from Sonic 1 up to Sonic Forces, all the mainline games, and trying to complete them before the movie comes out in April. And then Thursdays, I drop more Sonic lore and just chat with you all as we rank a lot of different themes within Sonic or gaming in general over on that stream. And then Fridays is always just a chill stream here. It's called the Spin Cycle, where we just take a break to talk about random gaming topics, you know, grab a snack, a good drink, chill out, and just have some good vibes. And also, I'll play some one-off games, which you joined at a good time, because just later in the stream, we're going to be playing through Geoguessr, which if you don't know what that is, it's for anyone that is into geography or like clicking and scrolling through Google Maps at random locations. Like it is a game of that and trying to guess where in the frick you've been dropped in the world by Google Maps. So that's coming up in just a bit. So we're actually gonna be playing that. So stick around. We're gonna have a good stream. And yeah, happy to have you all here. And oh man, yes. And Storm, right now playing. This is no. It sounds like Apados, but this is actually Dry Lagoon from Sonic Adventure 2, Rouge's stage. But it's funny that it sounds like that because the same producer for Sonic for Knuckles and Rouge's music produced the Sonic Unleashed soundtrack. So that may be why you hear some similarities. And you'll get to hear cool facts and stuff like that if you join throughout the week. I'm always dropping like Sonic knowledge, and the lore goes deep. I got like an encyclopedia. Like most people dive into Kingdom Hearts, I can dive into the Sonic verse like that. So if you're curious, I got it. Oh man, dude, Keto, yes, and it's gonna take some idle hours of ours tonight. So yes, but no. So far in the stream, like I was telling everyone that's kind of come in and joined, we've been talking about the best and worst of 2021 and like what we're most excited about for 2022 and just kind of our like blue sky themes that we think would occur. So a lot of people have been dropping theirs. We've had everything from a remake of Legend of Dragoon to Shadow the Hedgehog 2. So that's been great. But I was also talking about what I'm most looking forward to in 2022 besides Pokemon Arceus Legends, and some ones I touched on were of course Sonic Frontiers, but also the new Kirby game, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, that's coming out in March. Super excited for that. But now's a good time to talk about like one of the games that I'm also most looking forward to, that I really hope still plan to come out this year, and that would be, of course, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. I think that's gonna be just such a good game. The first one was really good. I'm just wondering what they're gonna do to make this one different, because the first one, part of what made it so good is it was so groundbreaking. It of course had a few flaws. Like for myself, I did have some places where I felt my gaming attention span was kind of yanked left and right, because I really wanted to go explore this thing, but I also wanted to go complete a temple, but I also wanted to collect every Korok seed. Like I felt like I was getting pulled in a lot of directions of how I wanted to play that day. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do with this one. It looks like, you know, a lot of the sky is gonna be involved, but I'm not sure not sure what they're gonna do with it, but I know it's definitely one that I'm excited for. That I hope we get to see more of. Like we saw some more trailers and some more reveals, and we know there's gonna be like new movesets and stuff. But I wonder if there's gonna be like an actual story and kind of where now in the timeline it's taking place immediately after. Are we going further and further into the future? Like who knows? Are we on did Link create a whole new timeline? I don't know. But I know before this comes out, I still need to play Age of Calamity for Hyrule Warriors. I have the original on Wii U and playing through that, really like it, but I still haven't touched Age of Calamity yet, and that's one I definitely want to tackle. So yeah, so no, I think those are my like 3 top games that I'm definitely looking forward to in 2022. Besides, like I said, Arceus Legends, that's coming out pretty soon. So I would say those are my absolute favorites. I don't know if you guys have any other favorites, but I hope everything meets our expectations. That's coming out soon here. So just please, nothing turn into like a Cyberpunk 2077 situation where we wait and we have high expectations and then it's just bull crap. Or even like what was that? This boyo, freaking Sonic Colors Ultimate, which originally started out nice and then no, it's nice now. But it started out just a complete cluster. It even had a glitch in there that was very seizure-inducing. Yikes! But no, they patched it and it's running pretty well. It had a ugly duckling to swan moment, so now it's actually a really good definitive collection. But I'm just hoping we get no more of that in 2022 because that was a thing I saw a lot in 2021. I don't know if any of you all noticed it, but the gaming industry as a whole, there were a lot of games that were like, slacked on. Like they released them because they had a tight deadline and were like, we'll fix it later. And so they released these incomplete products and then tried to work on them. And I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that with Cyberpunk, Sonic Colors Ultimate, and for sure I didn't appreciate it with GTA. The definitive collection. I wish they would stop putting these words like ultimate, definitive on all these things they're releasing if they're not going to take the time to fully like release a full finished product. Like it's just a bad look. And of course Sonic was the easy target, but there were a bunch of games that got that same treatment in 2021. So I'm really hoping that's something we don't see in 2022. But oh man, Tunic, yes. So funny thing, Tunic, I actually have gotten to go to their booth at PAX Prime here in Seattle. Pretty much from 2017, 18, and 19, and just seeing the game progress more and more and more. So I'm so glad now that it's finally got like it's getting an official release. Like it's not just being like, hey, we're working on it, we developed this, because it's a very, very small studio that is working on it. So it's taken them a lot of time and of course funding to get it going, but I know they poured a lot into that. So I'm hoping the final product's really good. It still looks great, looks interesting. I know a lot of us in the furry community are going to play it because we're like, yo, Anthrofox, just like Zelda, let's go. So no, I'm definitely excited for that. It's on my list. Now the better question is, am I gonna get to it? I don't know. Am I gonna get to it? But I'm definitely excited for that. But yeah, no, that about let's see. Yeah, Keto, no, you're right. I'm glad studios are taking time. It's taken for granted. I think as we found how lucrative of a business gaming can be, as it's finally become accepted as mainstream and moving towards finally being accepted as a medium, a media of art. I think now we're seeing that big divide of like, you know, a lot of companies using it for the quick money that it is like the film industry, but then you have those smaller studios or those studios that really treasure their IPs like Insomniac with Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank, and are like, no, it's ready when it's ready, and it's gonna be worth the wait. Like, we promised your $70 would be worth it. So I'm glad that there's a movement starting on that, especially after 2021. I'm starting to see that too. A lot of people are like, gamers and the general public don't just want a game just to be released because, you know, we're being impatient. We want it to be good as well. And if that means waiting, yeah, boo-hoo, but it means we'll get a better product in the end. So it means we're going to be more loyal to your product and your company if you do that. Treat our intelligence with respect as well. So yeah, I'm glad to see that kind of moving forward and becoming a thing. So yeah, but no, that about sums up a lot of what I think is going on in 2022. I think it's good to hear, you know, a lot of what you all are excited for. Like that was really cool. And again, you guys kept giving me a lot of new games to add to my list and think about. So maybe we'll be here in 3 years and I'll finally have completed things that we talked about tonight on the stream. So we'll see. But for now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take another just quick like 5-minute break, so we can all go collect our minds, come down from all the talk about last year and this year, and all this excitement about open world games, and play a true open world game, which is open to our world, which is Geoguessr. So yeah, I'm excited. I love playing this game, and I'm happy to have you all here and just kind of chill with me as we play along to it and listen to some good chill tunes. Be sure to shout out any of the tunes you know as well as they're playing. I got a lot of video game music playing in the background. So yeah, but no, when we come back, it's on this side. We're going to be playing Geoguessr and going around the world. We're going to start with classic mode and then see if we can hack our way through career mode. I'd also love to hear, you know, any of these down here that you guys think would be interesting to play. So, like I said, let's take a quick break. I'll be right back in about 5 minutes, and we will start on Geoguessr. All right, guys. See you all in just a bit. Alright, I hope you have gotten everything that you needed because now it is time. It's time. It's time to jump into the insanity that is Geoguessr, which is probably one of my favorite like time wasters, but also probably like the most chill thing ever. So I highly enjoy it. Again, if you don't know what Geoguessr is, Geoguessr is an online game. It's totally free. Or what you can do is pay. I think it's only like $30 a year, but you can pay for it and get like access to like the full game and actually like work on leveling up and play with people like around the world. You can play with friends and like join in and compete to see who can get the better score. It's just a lot of fun. But I've always played the free version, but I recently have gained access to like the full official version. So it's like, hey, why not? Why not chill out and play it a bit as we wind down, from the week and everything. So yeah, no, I just wanted to take a little time to play. So what do you guys think? Should we play classic version and just let it drop us anywhere? Or should we go to some familiar places and have fun? What do you think? Ooh, career mode. Okay, so we got career mode, and then we got classic, and then we got famous places. Okay, let's see. Because I'm curious about career mode, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. You know what? We're scrubs. We're at level 1. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's jump into career mode. Now you gotta compete against others. I have no idea what that means, but let's see. Alright, so let's see, you can do duels, battle royale, distance. Oh boy. Test your skills. Let's see, you can do duels. Yeah, so let's see, battle royale, country. So I'm gonna save this until we learn how to get, that we get good. I want to get a little better first. So yeah, let's jump in. Let's do classic original experience. All right. So let's see. You want to do Zawarudo? Do you want to do the whole world, or let's see, famous places? Which one? We gotta scrub it up. We scrubbing it up. We gotta scrub up and come from the bottom to the top. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Embark on a journey that takes you all over the world, from the most desolate roads in Australia to the busy, bustling streets of New York City. Or spectacular natural wonders and astonishing man-made structures. Alright, let's do a soft start in the US. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Starting as basic scrubs, but we are now going into the US. Also, thank you. Yes, if you're just joining, welcome. We are about to go around the world, but actually staying in the US with Geoguessr. Alright, no, we're gonna use default settings. We're not gonna challenge mode it with time limits and stuff. We're relaxing tonight. We've had a whole week of being tested. Now we're just gonna relax. Okay, so this instantly, well, we know it's the US, but this instantly looks like the East Coast. Let me see. Now, one thing y'all should know about me is I am a plant ID fanatic. So a lot of people play Geoguessr by houses and stuff. I play by the trees because that's most identifiable for me. So let's see. we at? We got some of these, which are Norway spruces, I believe, or cypress trees. Okay, so yeah, we're on the East Coast. Alright, so... Dude, I think I know where we are. I think I know... Not only do I know where we are, I feel like I've been down this road before. Because Newcastle... So Newcastle is Delaware, I believe. Let's scroll ahead just a little bit to see if we can find anything. Sarnus taxidermy 724 area code. Okay. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, Highway 422. Yeah. Please drive carefully. Okay. Nope, not quite ready to guess yet. Welcome to Prospect. Prospect, Maryland or Prospect, Delaware? Because 422 is definitely over in that area. Oh, nope. That is a State Road 422. We're in Pennsylvania. This is Pennsylvania. Because that's a keystone on the highway side. Oh, yeah. No, knowing your plant ID in a game like this definitely helps. So let's see. No. We know we're in Pennsylvania. All right, now we just gotta find. There's 222. All right, 202, 322. I love how we have some nice like worldly music to help us on our escapades here. Let's see. Well, it's definitely, is it? All right, there's 522. Where's 422 though? All right, so Newcastle is Sussex. Oh, that's Jersey. Allentown, Palmerton. All right, 422. There we go. Okay. I knew I had been out here before because I used to be around King of Prussia area. So Pottstown, Amity Gardens, Lorraine, Reading, Stoutsburg, Myerstown, see, Lebanon. See, and it ends at Harrisburg, so it has to be somewhere like around here. I'm gonna say somewhere around Reading. I'm gonna say we're somewhere around here. Oh man. Okay. So I said we're there. Oh, Newcastle's all the way over here. By Pittsburgh, almost to Ohio. Okay, but not bad. That's not a bad score. All right, round 2. Bethlehem Elementary School. All right. You know, what I always laugh with this game is, you know, if you're playing with somebody, and especially if you're playing on like stream, and then somebody's like, "Oh my god, dude, you're in my town. That's my town." Like, you ever think about that? Another trick I always use is always try to find some sort of service truck or service vehicle, because that's always going to have information on it. So is that an 828 area code? Let's see, what does the sign say? Bethlehem mini storage 828. I don't know that area code, but oh shoot. Oh, we got stuck. Okay. Alright, what you got for me on this sign? North Carolina. Okay. country road in North Carolina. But where? Where are we? We can go anywhere in the world. Okay, Foothills Equestrian Center. Fresh coffee. Bojangles, so we're in like western North Carolina. Alright. We buy homes. Church. What is the name of the church? Let's see. Bethlehem. Okay. So let's see. Let's see where we are. Yo, they got a Bojangles. Yes, we have to go there. Oh, that's right. All right, let's see. Well, I don't know, because if updating it, I'm not sure if updating the game will. Sometimes it messes up the stream. So I think I'll leave it for now. But I got it updated along the bottom here for all of us, or the bottom over there for you guys. Let's see. Where the heck would Bethlehem be? So they got a Bojangles, so I know they got to be down there like Charlotte. I feel. I could be totally wrong. Let's see. Mount Pleasant. Rocky River, Kannapolis, Gold Hill, Spencer, Lexington. How close can we get? Can we get like one perfect on this? Let's see. We're too far in the country right now to get a highway sign. Let's see. Let's keep going. Since you spotted Bojangles, you now owe me some Bojangles actually. So when you see me, you gotta give me Bojangles. But then what I'm gonna tell you is that it's not my what do you call it? It's not my cheat day. Alright. Alright, so Mount Olive, LaGrange, there's like all these Bible names, and no stinking we got all these names of cities in the Bible and no Bethlehem. But I feel like I've heard like Bethlehem is somewhere out here. Alright, we're gonna go for the good old Greensboro. If we go for the middle of North Cackylay, we should hit it. Woo! Oh, it was so close. It was. Where was it? I was right. It was over. It was over somewhat close to Charlotte. Okay, it was right over there. I must have scanned right over it. Wow. So Austin's getting a Bojangles, but freaking Dallas isn't. Weak. But yo, that's not bad. We were really close. We were just like one major city over. Alright. Oh! We're definitely in South Carolina or Florida. This looks like Florida. This straight up looks like Florida. Look at this dude right here. I bet you didn't know you were going to be in a game. Where are you walking to? With your Bluetooth headphones and your phone out like that. Like, come on, guy. Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. This has gone from like geoguessing to like fashion judging. Who wears a button-down shirt with these kicks? Nah. Not I, said the cat. Alright. Up. We are in Florida. Oh my god, no, I know where this is. This is Colonial. This is Orlando. This is straight up Orlando. I know where this is because I used to pass this intersection every freaking morning when I used to drive to work. Because I think there was like a Mattress Pro or something around here. I kid you not. Yes, I freaking know this road. Wow. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We're going deeper. Go deeper. Let's see. So, okay, Colonial. Where's Alafaya? Okay, so here's downtown Orlando. Colonial is 50. And so now I need Colonial and Murdoch. Is Murdoch a major street or no? Okay. Murdoch is not a major street, but it dropped me kind of like over here. Okay, where? Looks like he's exercising in his jeans at Oxford. Dang. This is the most relaxing music to own some geoguessing too. Alright, there's Forsyth. Murdoch, where are you? Whoa, they built a Wawa on Colonial now? Oh man, I need it. Forget it, everyone. We're not playing Geoguessr anymore. Right now, we're going to Wawa. I gotta go. Let's see, Lake Downey. Let's see. CVS, the At Home. Feel like, okay, that's getting outside the city. Here's Baldwin Park. Let's see. I'm just gonna guess right around here. Oh, should have just gone a little bit further. It was just outside of University Park. We were close. That is dang good. That is dang good. That's almost a perfect score. In Geoguessr, I believe the highest score that you can get on a single round is 5,000 points, which means you were dead on. Like, you're in spitting distance of where they dropped you. So this was good. Alright. 4 or 5. Pleasant. What in the Americana? Where in the Americana are we? Finest Kind, Vinyl Haven. Wilbur's of Maine. Okay, so we're in Maine. So, yo, that is a nice Rite Aid. That's bougie AF. Thanks, Vern. Yeah, no. With US stuff, I'm pretty good because I'm one of those people who knows everything about everything, but then you ask me about stuff that actually matters and I draw a blank. Alright, there we are. Brunswick. Okay, Brunswick, Maine. Ah, there we are. There's Brunswick, Maine. And we're on Main Street. Okay, so it dropped us before the Rite Aid, right at this intersection. What's the name of this? Pleasant Street. Okay. Right here. Yes! Boom! 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 Spot on! We got it. Yo, this is like, I'm glad this is being recorded. This is like the first time I've gotten like an absolute perfect. Alright. Bye, Vern. Thanks for chilling out and hanging with us. Yes! There it is. There it is. Now, Keto, now you see. Now you see. Bang on. Your guess was 4 meters from the correct position. 4 meters. I guessed here, and it was right there. Oh. Oh. This looks like Cali. Oh boy. Man, from, Oh. Oh, that's intense. We just changed seasons in a freaking heartbeat. Oh no. Oh no, now we're changing seasons again. I'm so confused. Okay. Is this Nevada? There's a city way the frick out there. Alright. But no, this looks like I feel like that's stuff you would see in California. Oh my god. Alright. We gotta get on the interstate. There's no way. Or the highway, rather. Alright, let's see. See what's out here. Yo, we're going towards some major city out here. Oh. Wait, nope. I know we're in high desert, but I think we're in Colorado. Yep. Okay. Colorado, Kipling. No. So we're in Colorado. Highway 391 towards Kipling. Alright, so there's 285. We're definitely uphill. Does Kipling go, does 285 go both ways? No, 285 dead ends in, here. Alright, so we're not quite in the city, we're quite out of it, but we're not that far out. Kipling is 391. So we need to find Highway 391. Oh Lord. Okay. Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna say we're like no. There's Trader Joe's, but that doesn't help anybody, does it? Okay. C. Bailey. Grant. Oh, no, we're not this far out because we're going towards Denver. Okay, so we might be... Let's see. With all this relaxing music. You know what? We're just going to get it in. I'm going to say we're like on the edge of the city here. Oh my god. Oh my god. There you are. Oh my god. Man. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my heck. That's where I put us, and that's where it dropped us. Oh, I feel so good. I feel so good right now. That's what I love about this game, is that like when you guess right, you're like, oh, I'm on it. I feel like I can go anywhere in the world right now. Let's close that. Yeah, no, you feel like I can do anything. I feel powerful. Like Geoguessr, yes. Anybody that knows knows me will know. I freaking love this stuff. Also, I didn't get a chance to say it earlier, but if you get the chance to watch this back, thanks Riff for the follow. Earlier, I think we got caught up talking about Zelda and Sonic. But yes. Oh man. Okay. How good did we do? That's almost a perfect score. Perfect score is 2,500. Yes. Look at that. Oh man. So happy with that. Okay. Alright, let's play again. Alright. Alright, so now. Ooh. Alright. We have time for one more map. Should we just go all out and challenge ourselves? You think we're ready? Think we're ready for the world? I love how you said that with such even through text, I can hear you said that with such conviction, Keto. We gotta get you out the U.S. now. Like, with how good that show was, like, we gotta get you out. All right, heck it. Last map, last round. We'll do the world. Let's go. Okay. Oh boy. All right. That's how we're starting. Well, it's springtime. Oh, I literally can't go any further that way. Okay. Okay. Person, let me in your house. Alright. La Fosse. Okay. La Fosse number 2. Okay. La Fosse. So we could be Italy, we could be northern, like central or northern Italy, France, or Spain. Okay. Whoa, this is pretty. Okay. I do know you and your convictions. Let's see. Alright. That is clearly like an Italian style home. Okay. So I'm gonna say we are somewhere in here. Well, these are the mountains. So that would be the wet side. So I think we're somewhere out by Lucca. I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, it was France. Okay. It was France. I said Italy or France. So it was close. Alright. It's closer than I thought. Like, given the whole world, I don't think being 900 kilometers is bad. I'm gonna give myself that. Okay. Well, this looks cool, so it's instantly not the US. Ooh. AT. I think that is Austria. Let's see, what's the sign say? Uncle Park? I think this is Austria. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put us in Austria for now. But let's see what else we have. country shape. That's not one of these. So it's like Serbia or Slovakia? No. Anfang? Oh man. I need to brush up on more global languages. Is this one? I don't know. Oh. I wish I knew weird or non-US gas stations. Dang it. Okay. Hotel premise. Does anybody have a flag? Give me something. Give me something. I feel... Wherever this is really pretty. Really freaking cool. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go for... I'm gonna keep it Austria. I'm just gonna guess. Yo! Yo! It was Vienna! Okay. Okay, I'm patting myself on the back. That was good. That was good. Okay. Alright. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. You know, Kaji, I am a Geo nerd and I am proud of it. Also, we're in America. I can't go on that side of the thing, can I? This looks like... Well, it's flat AF, so is this the Midwest? No, this is Tejas. Oak Hills. This is Texas. This has to be... Oh, y'all are smart. You won't let me scroll in. Well, 39. They don't have an area code on there? Oh, come on. Alright. Well, the weather's changing, so this... I don't know, this feels like Texas. Alright, what does that sign say? Alright, Floresville. Okay, so drop me in Floresville. Circle Road. Okay. 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 No, no, you give me that. You give me that. It's either Cali or... Okay. So Floresville... But where? Alright, come on, stinking... Ugh. We're moving so slow down this road. I think we're either in Central Valley, California, or like somewhere. Alright, let's see. Yep. I said it. Texas. Okay. So Floresville, Texas on 181. Alright. 183, 283, 83. Okay. So now, let's see. 81. That means it's going to run north to south because it's odd, I believe. Or predominantly north to south. So 181. Floresville. Floresville. Where's Floresville? Floresville. There's Young Longview. Where am I going to find a tiny town like this? It's definitely western Texas because we have a lot of oaks. And it's going to be near like hill country. So I'm going to go over here to Austin and... Where? Alright, I may be way off with with this. But Texas is a little big. So I'm just gonna guess out by Abilene and see where we get. Oh, we're down by San Antonio. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Whoa. Heckin' big boys. Okay. So what do we have? We got maples. Okay, so we got maples. Okay. Multi-trunk maples. So we are somewhere either in the Pacific Northwest or down south. Well, nope, we got a lot of pine trees, so pine trees are predominantly down south. Okay. East Maxwell Drive. What the? How am I supposed to know where this is? It's America. That's blatantly obvious. Okay. Oh. Wait. No, take me back. What's that moving? Where'd that moving truck go? Ah. American Landscaping Tree Service 860. Okay, 860. We're in Pennsylvania. Okay. Credential. Call Margaret. Margaret, I don't know you. But we are in Pennsylvania. So the concept of the world, I'm just gonna drop us like here and guess. Ah, Connecticut. Okay, not bad. Alright, final one. The last one. Okay. Oh, Kita, I love you. The last one, you're like, it just reeks of Texas. I knew it had to be Texas or Central Valley, California, because they both have the same vibe of get me out of here. Alright, I thought it said Durian Road for a minute. Wakchung Institution. So things are in English. That immediately makes me think this is either Hong Kong or Singapore. I think this is Singapore. wait, just pie. Yo. Pie. Alright. You know what? Yeah, and all this weird architecture. I'm gonna say this is, well, what side of the road are we driving on? I need a major highway. Shelford. PIE. I'm looking at these cars. Reduce speed. This is either Australia. Myanmar. Okay. Myanmar is over here, so we're in Burma. Okay. Alright. But where? Farrer Road? But is there an actual interstate anywhere? Okay. Alright, here's the... Alright, we're going on a journey, guys. Here we go. Mamani just randomly out of nowhere, Japan. No, it's Southeast Asia. It's Southeast Asia. I believe it's either Myanmar or what do you call it? Singapore. So we're in a major city. So I'm gonna say we're in. Let's pick Mandalay. Did we do it? Ah, it was Singapore. I knew it was one of the two. I should have known because everything was mostly in English. That was the instant tip-off that it was Singapore. And that it said city. But, I got... Dang it. I said it, too. Alright. How did we do? We got 16,000. So, for the world... not too bad. I'm gonna say that's not too bad. Oh my god, what a time ago, Bamani. Like, Geoguessr was just so underground at that point, it had not even caught on. It was just, you know, this random thing that if you knew, you knew. But now it's like blowing up. People even speedrun Geoguessr now, officially, for like AGDQ and stuff. They'll speedrun it to get perfect scores and get like the highest level. So what they'll do is they'll speedrun to get to max level in the game, doing all perfect runs. So, okay. I'm pretty happy. I think we did good. But yeah, Kino, no, that was heartbreaking. But no, that is Geoguessr. That is my favorite like open world game to play. Yeah, no, let me know, y'all, if that's something you wanna see more of when we're just chilling out here sometimes on Friday. So we can do that. And yes, no, there are some people that do a no scroll run. They'll literally just look at where they are, be able to identify everything in the photo and say here. But you have to get good. You have to play like hours and years to get that good. But no, no, thank you all. Let's get us some good music here to kind of finish out on. We'll get us some good music here. There we go. That's some good music to wind down on. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for making this such a good vibe tonight. I had a ton of fun. I want to thank, everyone for, just all the good conversation. It's so nice to just be able to talk about, video games and predictions like this, and be able to actually discuss them in a chat form rather than just on Twitter, which is kind of static sometimes. So I appreciate you all coming out and just kind of vibing with me on Friday, and just kind of sticking with the gaming and open world theme we had tonight. So and just kind of chilling and watching me nerd out on Geoguessr. But yeah, no, thank you so much. Also, thank you everyone that followed tonight. Really appreciate that. Didn't expect so many raids and follows. So I expect you all come respect and appreciate all you all coming in and just sticking around with me after you got here. So that was really nice. Yeah, so this is the last stream for this week, so thanks for being part of my stream launch week. You got to see every show that I'm going to be doing here on the channel. I'll be doing the same 3 shows every week. The spin cycle, of course, is going to be the most random. It's going to change every week depending on the theme. And those I'll let you know, either if you follow me on Twitter or just check here on the schedule. I'll have it there of what we're going to be doing that week on each show. I'll be back on Tuesday where we'll be picking up our Sonic Marathon. We'll be continuing Sonic 2 and hopefully getting into Sonic 3 and Knuckles and getting through that as we knock out all these mainline games before April. Because boy, oh boy, do we have our work cut out for us. We got a lot of games to get through. Thank you, Kez. Thank you, Bamani. Thank you, Keto. Thank you, Bamani, for dropping in every night. I know it's late AF for you. And yeah, no, it's bread time. And yeah, no, Keto, yeah, I'll do plant knowledge. If people want it, what I want to do, one night of the spin cycle is we take a section of it and talk about plants and gaming, and I'd love to identify some plants in gaming and tell you what they're based on. That would be super fun. So that's something we might do if everyone wants to kind of chill and vibe with that. I'd love to do that. So that'll be coming in the future. We got a lot coming for this channel. I can't wait for it to grow and continue to expand and do these shows for you all. I hope you all enjoy the variety in all the shows and continue to watch them develop and grow. Yeah, and there's just something for everyone to tune into. So if tier lists are your thing, I got that. If you like random chill streams like this, I got you on Fridays. And if you want to see me just totally try to talk how pro I am at Sonic and then flub it on stream, yo, I got you there too. But yeah, no, this has been great. Thank you so much for all the support. Again, I can't say more than enough. So I really appreciate it. Can't wait to see you all back here on Tuesday. Same time, 7 p.m. every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. 7 p.m. Pacific. I can't wait to see you here, and we'll start tackling, like I said, Sonic 2, and then moving on to the giant game that is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And we're going for Super Emerald ending on that, so that's gonna, whew, oh boy, that's gonna take some time. But no, like I said, I definitely appreciate you all. Now we just need to see who we can raid. Let's see who's still up and out there on a Friday night. Let's see what we got. Let's see, we got a Lou. Let's see, we got Doryu. Who should we jump into? Let's see. Cheek Dot I'll raid later in the week. I know he's practicing on something tonight. So I'll do Alu since he's so awesome. Yo. Our raid, let's see. What should our raid be? Our raid message. Our raid message should be clap cheeks. Hashtag clap cheeks. That's what it's gonna be. Just go in there and go wild and let them know that. So yeah, no, thank you all again. This was awesome. Or you know what, Bimani, actually that's better. Let's do it's no what is it? Wait, say it's no use. I think that's it's no use of silver. It's no use of silver. But yes, no, we will do that. So let's raid him, and yeah, no, stick around for a little bit for his stream before you go to bed. But no, I love you all, and like I said, I will see you on Tuesday, back in Game Geared, like I said, for more Sonic gaming. So thank you guys so much. You don't know how much this means to me. I appreciate you all. So have a good, safe weekend. Please be safe. If you go out, please remember to sanitize your phone, your hands, yourself, your clothes. Stay safe out there. The air's super spicy, and I don't need to get in spicy lungs. So take care, everyone. Love you all, and go say it's no use and go jump into Alu's stream. All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.